It is now mid-May, which means let's dive into what I think are going to be the hottest trends this summer. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Danica. I'm a part-time reseller based in Calgary, Alberta, in Canada. I sell primarily on Poshmark. I sell on Poshmark Canada and Poshmark US. I do also cross-list to eBay, but that's been on the back burner a little bit the last few months. Full disclosure there. And today's video is a summer trend forecast. Okay, so we're talking about summer 2023. If you want to go back and watch my past, spring trend report, I'll put a link down in the description so you can go look at that. Since it is May, those would still be relevant, but I thought we would look forward to summer. Okay, so as usual, when I'm doing my research for these trend reports, I'm looking at a multitude of resources. I'm looking at magazine articles, I'm looking at TikTok trends, Instagram, influencer trends. I'm just looking literally around me in my everyday life and picking the trends that I see coming back over and over again. Okay, while we're talking about these trends, I will be putting screenshots up here to show you what I'm talking about and give you real life examples of these trends so that when you are outsourcing for items to sell on Poshmark or eBay or Facebook Marketplace or wherever you sell, you have an idea of what you're looking for. Okay, so let's dive in. The first few trends I want to talk about are color. So I've kind of broken this down in different categories, and the first category is colors, and this is like literally going all over the place. The first big trend that I saw was all black. So we're talking about like monochromatic black outfits in the summer. That doesn't feel fun for me. That feels very wintry, but like I said, it came up over and over and over again when I was researching for summer trends. So we're seeing like black tops and shorts and shoes all together, black bag, all that kind of stuff. Black on black on black on black. We're seeing a blackout, okay, in outfits. But then we're also seeing a lot of neutrals. This is a trend that has been around now for, I would say, at least a few seasons, if not a year. Seeing a lot of beige, cream, ivory, those kinds of things. A lot of like nature inspired colors, cream, things like that. We are also seeing big pops of bright color. I saw a lot of neon green, neon purple, neon pink. So really, what is trendy? Because that pretty much covers everything when I think about it. Black, pale neutrals, and colors. What does that even leave that's not trendy? Now that I think about it. So I guess just look out for anything at this point, okay? Now, the next category I'm going to go through is style. So these are just different styles of items that you should be looking for. So when we talk about the colors, basically we covered everything, but I will show you examples again of how to work these trends and all the like different trends, how they work together, okay? So the first one we're looking at is fringe. This is a huge trend. It's kind of been building up in the last few years, and I definitely see it happening or being more trendy now than it was previously. We're seeing a lot of fringe on coats, a lot of fringe on skirts, things like that. And since we're talking about summer, maybe not coats as much, but definitely seeing a lot of fringe on skirts and little ankle boots and things like that. Another big trend that I saw coming up over and over and over again was ruffles. We are seeing ruffles on tops. We are seeing ruffles on dresses. We're seeing like big ruffles, little ruffles, a lot of ruffles. I would stay away from like a straight vertical up and down ruffle. That's like kind of giving Dumb and Dumber, not like chic and fashionable. But other than that, I'm going to give you examples of how this trend was looking specifically for this summer. so that you know what you're looking for when you go to the thrift store, so that you don't get too overwhelmed. The next trend we are talking about is floral. We talked a lot about florals for spring. Of course, that's like a recurring theme every year. But florals for summer, again, I did see a lot of like variation in the floral. It can be very bright and like a big floral print. I also saw muted, smaller floral print. So floral in general, you just want to make sure it's super feminine and not like wacky, I guess. That's the best way I could describe it. When it comes to florals, I would stay away from the super bright florals and more like jewel tone or pastel. But that's just me. You do you. That is the style that I would personally be seeking out when it comes to the trends for this summer. Next, I saw so much sheer on the runways and in the magazines and everywhere. Sheer everything, sheer tops, sheer dresses, sheer pants, and honestly, I'm kind of here for it. It is so beachy and so like sexy and cool. It leaves a little something to the imagination if you're layering it over an outfit. It leaves nothing to the imagination if you're layering it over anything. If you're not layering it over anything, but you know, whatever. I don't know where you're going. I don't know what you're doing, but if you're wearing a sheer dress with nothing underneath, that's cool. I don't know. I wish I could pull that off. But anyway, I digress. I saw so much sheer, and again, you can put these trends together. So something that is sheer and also has ruffles would be super cute for the summer. If it's like black, I can just picture it now. I don't know if I have a screenshot of like that exact what I'm envisioning, but I will try to find one and include it because I know what I'm thinking of right now, and it would be so gorgeous for summer. Okay, next, lingerie is outerwear. That kind of works with the sheer as well, and like that Urban Outfitters corset top has been on trend forever. It keeps selling out, coming back in stock, selling out. So anything like a slip dress, a corset top, anything like that is going to be super trendy. Again, you want to make sure that it's not just that item. You want to make sure that even though it is hitting this trend style, that it is still pretty, that it's still relevant and it's still cute. You don't want to buy it just simply because someone on YouTube is telling you that lingerie as outerwear is on trend. Okay, you need to make sure it's hitting like a few other things. Short baby doll dresses. I am obsessed with this trend. As a short girl, this kind of style is made for my body type. Okay, I love a short baby doll dress, something that's like fitted through the bust and then super flowy below that, and like billowy sleeves. I love so much. So we saw a lot of this. Again, this kind of goes with the sheer because you can have like little layers of tulle on top. It also goes with the floral. You could totally do like a floral short baby doll dress, or the neutral, or the pop of color, or whatever. You get the idea. You kind of want to combine a few of these trendy ideas to get like the item that will be successful on Poshmark or eBay or whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to really exaggerate that fact, is that although this is a trend report and we're talking about very specific colors and styles, that in and of itself isn't going to make an item be desirable online. You still need to kind of put it all together. Okay, let's keep going. Another trend that I saw coming back over and over and over again are metallic bags. I did not see this coming. I would never have thought that metallic bags would be on trend, but they are everywhere. Small bags, big bags, doesn't matter. The smaller bags I think are on their way out. I was seeing a lot more like bigger bags, which is like crazy because we all had those 10 years ago and then they went out of style and now they're back in style. which is just like every parent ever growing up telling you, just wait, my clothes are going to be back in style and you're going to be wanting my hand-me-downs. And we all went, I don't think so. And now it's happening and I don't really know how to deal with it. But anyway, metallic bags were everywhere. Yeah, mostly like silver, I would say. That's mostly what I saw. Next, suiting. We have been seeing this again over and over in the last few seasons. Suiting for women has been very trendy and it goes both ways. It can be like a very smartly tailored suit. It can also be a very baggy, oversized suit. I definitely still saw both going on the runways and in the magazines and online and all that. I have been seeing so much suiting. So definitely if you are shopping for yourself, that is something that you can look at the bins or at like a low cost thrift store for like an oversized, just like vintage blazer. One of my favorite things I ever sourced and sold was this vintage blazer, and it was like oversized, and I was like, if I close this, I could wear this as a dress, and I just like loved it, and I wish I would have worn it before I sold it. But anyway, so I guess I was kind of ahead of the trend because I did that a couple years ago. Oh, that makes me laugh. But anyway, back to the subject at hand here. We are seeing still a lot of suiting, a lot of blazers, a lot of suit, pants, skirts, all that kind of stuff. Still very, very, very on trend for this summer. Next, this is kind of like an overall vibe, which I put the vibes at the bottom, but I guess we're gonna go over this vibe now. 2000 styling and Y2K is still like super, super, super on trend. I put specifically 2000 styling and chunky wedge slides, kind of like puffy, more puffy wedge slide sandals were in, is what I noticed. So like the Steve Madden sandals of our past are coming back to haunt us, and I kind of love them. So definitely, yes, still a lot of Y2K styling, early 2000s, things like that. That totally makes me wish that I was selling on Depop, but I cannot handle another selling platform right now. So for all the Depop girlies, this one is for you. I'm sure you already know Y2K, 2000s, even like the late 90s is still very, 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 very much in. Okay, so when I was talking about 2000s, you know, like 2 seconds ago, just to elaborate on that, I went through and did just a section on 2000s denim, because I think that this is like where the trend is mostly going, or like the trend kind of centers around the 2000s denim specifically trends. So what you're looking for, I don't even want to say it, low rise, which is crazy because it's on every freaking trend report and has been for like the last year, but I have not seen this trend actually translate itself from online to in person. And I guess I live in Calgary, maybe I'm not seeing like the most trendy people, I don't know, but I don't think this is like really happening everywhere. I spend a decent amount of time in Vancouver as well, and I'm not really seeing the low rise in person. I don't know where you live. Let me know if you're seeing the low rise actually happen. It's not going on here, but I thought I would include it just because, I don't know, apparently it's a thing. Let me know if you've noticed it or if it's just like a ghost. Next, double denim is another big 2000s trend. The iconic Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake outfit, just like in general, denim on denim was huge in the 2000s and is making a big comeback. I'm actually seeing that in real life all the time. It's not just because I'm in Canada and it's a Canadian tuxedo, but it is like legitimately an outfit that I'm seeing a lot of people wear. Next, baggy 2000 style jeans. Oh man, I wish I had a picture of my sister wearing her baggy jeans. She had the like mega wide leg dragging on the floor jeans, like in 1998. I don't think I have a picture, and I would not put it up here if I did, because just I don't think she would want me to. But suffice to say, this trend is coming back big time. I'm seeing so many baggy jeans out on the street. Everywhere I go, everyone is wearing baggy jeans, and I'm like, oh shoot, I guess I need to get a pair of baggy jeans, but I haven't yet. But baggy jeans are huge right now, no pun intended, but props to me on that one. So yeah, also seeing a lot of baggy shorts. So we're seeing like a longer inseam for sure, and also just like a wide leg on shorts, on jean shorts. And this is coming straight from, like, I went to the Goldie website, I went to the Mother Denim website, I looked online, and definitely this is an item that is being sold and is very on trend. Now, we're talking about vibes. Okay, I gave you like what colors are on trend, what like different styles that I saw coming back, and this is where it kind of all comes together. What vibe are we creating? What vibe are these trends really looking like? The first one I'm going to talk about is called mermaid vibes, or mermaid core, mermaid whatever. Mermaid came up over and over and over, and I was like, what the hell is a mermaid vibe when you're getting dressed? So this is what I found. We're seeing a lot of sequins, so literal mermaid vibes. Literally. Sequins on tops, sequins on dresses, sequins on bags, whatever. Sequins, it's like fish scales, I guess. Mermaid vibes. Makes sense to me, I guess. Next, a lot of pastel blue and pastel green. Shell motifs, like literal mermaid vibes. You see where this is going. Shell motifs, like shell necklaces, shells, like whatever. Shells. Crochet tops, crochet tank tops, crochet bathing suits, crochet dresses, crochet skirts, whatever it is. Crochet bags. Crochet is very in, and apparently that is part of the mermaid vibe. Next, slinky sarongs. This is very cute, and I low-key love this trend and should try and find one. I have not seen a sarong in years, but I love that this is back on trend. I think they're very cute. So I'll be looking for that. And also pearls. So again, like super like, I don't know, water vibes. Mermaid vibes. A mermaid would be wearing all these things at once, okay? So pearls, pearl necklaces, pearl earrings, pearl whatever it is, pearl accents on anything. I'm actually selling this pearl accented dress. So without even knowing it, I was participating in the mermaid core trend. When it comes to source, I sourced that a year ago. I swear I have some kind of psychic ability when it comes to trends sometimes. Either that, or I'm so not on trend that eventually it does come on trend, and then I just say that I made it happen. Okay, so that's mermaid vibes. I hope that that kind of makes sense to you. When you look at the screenshots up here, I hope that it kind of makes things come together with what I was talking about earlier. Next, this has been everywhere, and honestly, I'm kind of already bored with it. This trend has like come so quickly out of nowhere. I don't know who asked for this, but coastal cowgirl. Coastal cowgirl is just the buzzword of the year. I think maybe it started around Coachella. I don't really know, but if you've been on TikTok in the last like 3 months, you've heard coastal cowgirl. It started with coastal grandma. I like that vibe. I really love a good coastal grandma vibe. Coastal cowgirl. So the coastal part of it, we're talking about knits, like white crisp knitted tops, cardigans, things like that. So we're combining beachy vibes and western vibes. So you can do that in so many different ways. You could do like denim cutoffs with a leather jacket and like a moto tank top. That would kind of be coastal cowgirl vibes if you added like some fringe, like we talked about earlier. Or if you did like a low-rise denim short, things like that. We're also seeing leather jackets. Although it is summer, it cools down at night sometimes, and maybe you just need your leather jacket to keep you warm at the beach. We're also seeing a lot of cowboy boots, cowboy hats, like beachwear with the cowboy hat, and a lot of linens. So that would also be part of like the coastal part of it, would be like the linens, the super like crisp neutral knits, things like that. And then the cowgirl part, obviously Western, we all know what like a Western wear looks like, harness boots, belt buckles, things like that. You know what I'm talking about. I will give you plenty of examples of coastal cowgirl up here so that you know what you're looking for. But when we go back to what I was talking about before, it kind of encompasses the black, the neutrals, the fringe, the sheer, the lingerie, and yeah. So that kind of ties it together. Does that make more sense now? The last vibe that I wrote down here that I want to talk to you guys about is the quiet luxury stealth wealth vibe. This has been like a slowly creeping vibe, and I've definitely noticed that more and more people are kind of catching on to this. It's something that I've kind of been talking about a little bit for a while, not on YouTube, but just like in conversations that I've had with friends or with other resellers. It's funny to me because Logomania was like huge, just like really recently, even like in the last couple years. And now there seems to be a shift to stealth wealth. We are coming out of a pandemic. We're coming out of, you know, like there have been some financial crises. And we are heading directly into a cost of living crisis and a recession. And, you know, like there is no money. There is no, like a lot of people are really struggling. Inflation is out of control. People are making less money than they were before, and the cost of living is higher, which means like, yeah, the rich are getting richer, which capitalism, I guess. But with that kind of comes a shift to stealth wealth. It's not about flaunting wealth. And I think this has like kind of always been a thing where the people who like actually have wealth, there's a difference between being wealthy and being rich. And that's kind of like what I think of when I think of stealth wealth. Someone rich will have like a Gucci logo. When I think about rich, I think of Real Housewives. They are plastered in like logos, you know. They want to prove that they have money. They want to prove that they can afford these things. And when I think of wealthy, I think of people whose names you don't even know. People who just have money, and you would never know when you're crossing them in the street because they are wearing labels that are very expensive, but not because they are plastered in logos, but because they're actually really well made and they're very well designed. And it's totally the if you know, you know vibe. I know I've been like talking about Goyard a lot in the last few years, just like, I don't know, for whatever reason, I've been like latched onto Goyard as an example of stealth wealth. A lot of like regular people on the street, people who aren't resellers, would not really know the brand Goyard, but it is a brand that if you see it, you know that that person has money. Okay, so again, back to my notes. Quiet luxury, stealth wealth is just like dressing very rich without being obviously very rich. So like I said, not being plastered in logos. It's good quality materials like cashmere, super soft leather, boots, bags, oversized wool coats, luxury without logos. So a couple of brands that I wrote down are The Row, Max Mara, and Celine. Those are just kind of like a few that came up that I think really depict this idea. There are some that came up that I didn't know that I need to do more research about. There are so many brands that cost so much money that I've never heard of, and maybe I'll do another video with that. But anyway, back to stealth wealth. How do you take that, which is the idea of like something very, very expensive and luxurious, and bring it to reselling? Because obviously it's not easy to source these brands, to source the Road, to source Celine, things like that. Although I have thrifted Celine, which is amazing, but I do need to bring the sandals to the cobbler. Anyway, how you do that without actually having access to those specific brands is to go with the vibe. So you can still find items that are really well made, that are made of soft cashmere, that are made of very soft leather and things like that, in like a very nice neutral tone. And to me, that would give quiet luxury or stealth wealth vibes. It doesn't have to be the brand, but it can definitely put off that vibe. So that's kind of everything that I saw when I was researching for summer trends. Again, it is just like the beginning, the middle of May, so I'm sure there will be more trends that start to emerge in the next couple weeks, but I wanted to kind of get a preview of what I see when I am looking towards sourcing for summer. So definitely going to be sourcing for these items. I love sourcing for summer. I think it's just like I love summer clothes. I love selling them. So I'm excited to source for summer. Very excited. I love looking through dresses. I never used to love going through the dresses, and now I love going through the dresses. My wish is to find Love Shack Fancy or Spell on the Gypsy. So if you can send those my way, I would really appreciate it. And with that, I think I'm gonna let you go. If you can think of any different trends that I have not mentioned in this video, make sure you leave them in the comments for everyone else. Are these trends kind of what you were expecting? Is there anything that caught you off guard? And yeah, what are your favorite trends for the summer? Let's talk about it. I love chatting in the YouTube comments. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you do. Give me a thumbs up on the way out. And I put out new videos. I didn't get that. Could you try again? I put out new videos every Monday and Thursday, so make sure you check back for a new video, and I'll see you then. Bye.